To my living room. I'm finally doing a living room tour. I've had this idea for a long time and I'm finally doing it now because I cleaned my living room. So yeah, let's do it. I'm gonna take you through my whole gallery wall, a bunch of little like oddities and antique things that I have in here. We are not getting into the dining room over there today because it is a mess. I have just a bunch of furniture in there that I'm trying to sell. So we'll do that whole room a different day. So ignore that bit. But before this border, we will go through everything. So let's start at the door, I guess. So this is the door to my apartment where you walk in. I pretty much always use the back door because I park in the back, so this gets used once in a great while when I need to check my mail. But so this is the door right when you walk in, and then right to the left is my coat rack. I wish I could say that it's not always this messy, but it is. Even in the summertime, like I don't really have anywhere to put these, so they just stay. Yeah, they're just a big pile of patterns and things, so pretty much when I need to find one, I just rip it off and hope that a bunch don't fall. It also hangs a little too close for comfort over this chair, but that is just what works, so we have to do it that way. This is my collection of scarves, and apparently one of Ari's old harnesses, as well as like my earmuffs and furry things. So there's that. All right, sorry the lighting's gonna be kind of bad because this is like my main light source in the living room. So this is a rocking chair. This is actually from my grandma and grandpa's house. And yeah, I just love this chair. It is really cozy. I don't sit over here a lot just because like it's far away, but if I were to have friends over or something, people can totally sit here and you can curl up and it's pretty cozy. So what I have for decor on this chair, I have this like daisy chain crocheted blanket. This I actually got at a thrift store by my grandma's house too, and I picked it up and I was like, oh, that's cool, and then I like put it back down and I was like, I don't really need it, and then I saw someone else pick it up and I was like, now I want it. So she put it back down and then I went and grabbed it, so now it's mine. It just lives on this chair, it doesn't ever move. And then I also have this little decor pillow that I got antiquing in South Dakota with a friend of mine. Pretty much right before quarantine hit, or right as quarantine hit, we went camping, so yup. And on the side of the window here above the rocking chair, I have a little cactus plant. He died and then a little sprout of him started growing. And so now half of him is thriving and half of him is still dead. So I don't know what to do. You will learn through many of my videos that I am not a plant person. I wish I was, but I am not. And so he just lives. I literally just forget about his existence, hence the death, but he's thriving right now, so cool. And then this is just a little like macrame thing that I made, and it's not very great, but I think the color matches the blanket on the chair, so it stays. So, hi Ari. So down here is Ari's little bed. Hi. So this is her little bed here. Yeah, it's actually just two dog beds stacked on top of each other, and then I just covered them both with this orange blanket. Hi, baby. I don't know why, but like when I moved in here, I just really liked orange. I think I was kind of like really trying to go for that like 70s vibe. And now I don't really know what I'm going for. But I don't have a problem with orange. So here she is. I threw all her toys on here. Usually they're like all over the floor. But for the sake of this video, I threw her toys on here. This is her very best friend, Mr. Narwhal. Mr. Narwhal, he's very important. She doesn't really play with toys. Like, she has these few bones that she'll chew on once in a while. But honestly, she loves to cuddle Mr. Narwhal, as well as her little kitty cat over there. Sorry. Yeah, so this is her bed. And she, once in a while, she'll curl up in here. Usually, she'll sit on the big circle chair, though, but yeah. Hi. This is my big circle chair. If you saw, it might have been my first furniture flip video. I'll put a card. But I kind of refurbished this baby a little bit. And yeah, I think it's so cute. I love the color of the wood and everything. And then the white cushion is nice because I can just like throw anything over it for decor and it looks great. Ari loves the circle chair. I'll come home from work and she'll definitely have been sitting in here all day. So she loves it, don't you? Yeah. It's the best. It's super freaking comfy and me and her can fit in it, so that is nice too. Sorry. And then this blanket I actually just got from one of my very best friends. She made it for me for my birthday. And it is so freaking cute and I love it. And she knows that I love moths and things. So yeah, I figured this is kind of like its more permanent home. And Ari likes it too, of course. And then right on the other side of the main window, I have my little aloe plant. She's thriving. I've done good with her. She's thriving. Yeah, she's glorious. She's living. She's loving life. This macrame thing, super cool. I got this at a local little antique vintage store called Time Bomb Vintage. Totally check them out if you're in Minneapolis because they have some good stuff. And it was like $15, like such a steal. And I just love like the ceramic butterflies and stuff on it is just so cute and unique. And I love how bulky it is. So it lives here in the front window. And another favorite, sorry, I'm super dark, but it's fine. Another favorite part of my window is the stained glass. And so this is just gorgeous and beautiful. And I love it and it adds character. And yep, that's it. Now we're on to this nook. So like I said, big chair lives here. Behind the big chair, I have these little folding chairs just tucked away. So, you know, if it wasn't COVID and we had like parties and stuff, I could bring those out and more people could sit. I have like a little mini gallery wall over here. I didn't want to do the whole thing because it just seemed like a lot. But the main piece is obviously this light up deer frame. So this came from my grandparents' house as well. My grandpa passed away. And so we cleaned out their house so that my grandma could move closer to us. And I was like, who is taking that? No one? Me. I'm taking it. It's incredible. I love it. It used to sit above the dinner table and I would like literally not eat dinner unless we could turn on the deers. When you turn it on, it makes this incredible buzzing noise as if like maybe it'll spark, maybe it won't, which is super fun. And I love that it's green because like, whatever, who knows? Who knows why? But it is just so cool. It has like a little on-off switch, but like honestly, I do not even mess with it because it's a little bit questionable. So I just plug it in and out. So I don't know if that's good for it or not, but honestly, like if this thing ever breaks, like I would absolutely pay to get it repaired. I love it that much. All right, and then next to my green deer light, I have this deer skull. This thing, oh, this I got at a antique store by my grandparents' house. And me and my mom like went in there randomly one day and oh my god, they had so much stuff. So a lot of this stuff is from there actually, like a good amount. They had so much stuff and like really good prices. I thought this was pretty neat because it still has some of the fur on it and it's pretty dirty. So yeah, you know, one could have cleaned it, but I just tied a string to it, hung it up. So I have this little like side table doodad, and this is totally like very like mid-century modern vibes. It's super cute. I found this on the side of the road with my mom. We were like going to Walmart and I was like, what is that? And we had to like go around the block, pick it up. But it is adorable. It is so freaking cute. So on top, I keep a bunch of candles. This is one of my favorites. It's called Midsummer's Night by Yankee Candle. Yankee Candle's like so expensive, but like honestly, they do a good job. So I keep that one there. And then this is a new one that I just haven't needed to use, but it's a woodwick candle, so I'm really excited for when I do use that. And then this one, I don't burn this one, but I just like that it's orange. Thought it was cute. So that one lives there as well. And then I have my little Celtine lamp here. In here I have this little vase of dead flowers. Like I said, not quite a plant lady. However, anytime someone gives me flowers at all, I will keep them forever. These, I have two bouquets in my living room and I'm pretty sure these are the ones from my boyfriend. Sorry, like once they dry, like I can't remember. But he got me these just one random day, just cause ladies, cause if he wanted to, he would. A lamp, I really only turn this on at night cause it's like low-key pretty bright. But I hate using the overhead light. So that fills the room nice. But the little cabinet, I keep kind of just a cluster of things. Like I have my hookah in here and I have a little like macrame table that I have never hung up because I just don't really have a spot for it. I have other just like things in here. Decision to move back over here so we can go along this wall now, so we don't have to get to the gallery wall quite yet. So we're back at the door, and so if you were to go this way is when you'll see all the things that we just saw. So now we're gonna go this way, and this is like my little entertainment center and things like that. So this Credenza is actually an old record player and like radio system. It did work, but honestly, like, I don't have records, and like I don't really care. I just thought it was really cute and it fit my vibe, so yeah, I got it and put the TV on it. If I ever wanted to use it, I could mount the TV, but honestly, I don't think I'll live here that long to put in the effort to do that. So what I have for decor is another little candle, just a little thrifted one. This little candle that I got for Christmas, I just think it's really cute in this little gold tin. And then another bouquet of flowers that are dead. And I love this one. It's like so unique. It has these little like berry things. I'm pretty sure the other one is the one my boyfriend got me, and my friend got me these, I believe. I wish I could remember. But I just have them in this little vase that I spray painted, and I love kind of the burnt rustic orange look of it. My TV is great. It's nothing super special. I basically, like, when I moved in, my friends were like, do you want a TV? And I was like, yeah, I need a TV, because I had like this little one that's in my bedroom, and I was using that out here, which, you know, is fine. But they were like, we got this free TV, we don't need it. And I was like, okay, bet. So that's what it is. On this side for decor, I have my little alligator head. I bought this on Facebook Marketplace like 4 or 5 years ago, and yeah, it was like $5. So love that. And then I also have my little sandworm plushie, and this thing is so cute. He's like kind of tricky to decide where to put it. But then I had the idea of like, you know, like the cartoony mouth, and then like also the alligator mouth next to each other right here, and I think that's pretty cute, so that's what I did. And then I have a salt lamp here, which I have too many of, but might as well use them if you have them, you know what I mean? The Credenza. So I stored a bunch of stuff under here, like my camera equipment. I have a VHS player that I stored under here, and just like some other rando things. So what I did is I bought this fringe from like, I don't know, like Hobby Lobby or something. And then I just took those little Velcro sticky things where you can use to like hang out walls and stuff, and I just cut them real small, and I just like stuck it to this. And I think it's cute. I think it adds a little bit, and it just hides like all the crap under there. Then we move over to this corner with some of my very favorite things. But so right in this corner here, I have this old Pongo toy that I have literally had since I was a baby. Me and my brother had it, I guess. But yeah, so I took him when my mom was cleaning out the house. I think he's so cute. And then really randomly, I found this ceramic Dalmatian, and I mean, I don't have like a thing for Dalmatians necessarily, but I was like, he's cute, and I took him home. And so now they sit together because I feel like that's only fair. And they hide my extension cord in the corner. So they do serve a purpose. Glorious shelf. I was so freaking lucky and so happy to find this actually at Savers for like $14. They didn't know what they had, sweetheart. They didn't know what they had. But I snatched this real quick. It is beautiful. It has like one little hole in it. I couldn't care less. Yes, it's just like an overview so you can kind of see. My style is like all over the place, as you'll see, like anytime you see me, but so this just holds a lot of stuff. A lot of like smaller stuff that I don't know where to put on display is here. So let's go through. So this top shelf here. So first off, these are a little string of like little salt light things, like little fairy lights, but they have little salt rocks on them. I got these at Five Below, and they're just so darling. So I have those. I have this cute little crystal, like Polaroid frame. It's like a little snow globe thing. And I have my beautiful little niece in there. Behind that, I have this little mug. I got this from Spencer's Gifts many of years ago, and I just think it's cute and like kind of spooky. So I have that. I have like some random Celtine crystals in here. I have this little Jägermeister bottle that I stuffed some flowers into. I have a whole bunch of little crystals, so I have a lot of little geodes just up here. This one's super fun. It was like we have this event called Open Streets, and so they like close off the streets and they have like vendors and stuff like that all around. I went into the rock store there and I bought this little geode, and the dude was like, do you want to cut it on the saw? And I was like, fuck yeah, I want to cut it on the saw. So I did that, and so that's fun. But anywho, I have this giant geode my mom got me for, I think, Christmas or my birthday, maybe, like quite a few years ago. I have this little agate slab as well. This just came from my grandma's house, and I was like, I like rocks, so now it lives here. I have these cool little butterflies in a dome. I love these little dome things. And the butterflies were already in there. I found that at Goodwill, actually, so that's exciting. I have two little clown things. I kind of like hate clowns. Sorry, Grandma. But these two were cool enough from her collection that when we cleaned out her house, I snatched them. I love the neon colors of this guy. And like, look at his little pants. Like, I kind of low-key want this jumpsuit. But he's cute. He's super cute. I have no idea what he's made out of. It's like a weird, like, paper mache material. And then the second clown is this little candle clown, and he has these really soulless eyes. So I guess that's what brought me in, you know? But he's super cute. Obviously, he's for looks, not for actual burning. But yeah. And then I have this little vampire mug that I thrifted, I don't know, like maybe a year ago or so, but I love vampires, so. Actually a set of candles, but up top here I have this one, and then on the second shelf I have this one, and I just thought they were cool. I thrifted them so long ago, like back when I was living at home, and they're just so neat. I can't ever bear myself to get rid of them. They're pretty beat up too, so like I couldn't really sell them, but they are super cool. So there's the top shelf for the end, and I forgot, but I also have this little taxidermy eye. So this is like an eye that they would use to taxidermy something, so that's neat. Also, I'm not going too in depth with like my oddities and taxidermy and stuff, because I have the idea of like, if you guys are interested, let me know. If you want to see like real like in-depth video of like my oddities and where I got them and what they are and things like that. So if that's something you're interested in, let me know. I'm kind of just like gracing over them right now because there is a lot, but also I have a lot more in my other rooms of my apartment, so I don't know if that's interesting, but let me know. Second shelf here, so this one's a little fun. I kind of just migrated these guys over here, the Rainbow Brights, because they lost their home. The shelf I was getting rid of, but they're super cute. They're not vintage, unfortunately. They actually are still sold at Hallmark, so if you want them, go get them. You can get them online, I believe, last I checked anyway, but I did thrift these. They were like way overpriced. I have this little Cupid doll. I also got this from Time Bomb Vintage, and I love him. He is so adorable. So he just kind of sits in the corner. I have this really cute and really cool little wax candle from a friend of mine for my birthday. And I need to find like a little plate to put it on so that I can actually use it. But for now, she sits there. And then I have this little candle as well. That's a little cowboy boot. And I mean, it's just like super cute. So obviously it lives there. My brother got me this little gnome for Christmas, and it's just so funny and so cute. And this shelf is like just such a hodgepodge that like literally anything fits. So I put him there. And then I also have Bender from Futurama. I don't honestly know where this came from. He just showed up one day. So if he's yours, let me know. But he's taken good care of here, so. Alright, so this one is where the VHSs start. So obviously I have my VHS tapes on the shelf. So since like Halloween time, I put all my horror ones up here, and they've just stayed up there. So That's it. But yeah, I have like some really cool ones in the collection for sure. I found these two Tales of the Crypt ones together. I also, I talked about some of these a little bit in my Halloween decoration video because we were over here in this corner. But yeah, I have like the Cyclops with Elvira hosting. I have the Torture Dungeon by Edgar Allan Poe, Carrie. Yeah, just like a good handful of goodies. Have this little planter. This little thing's for sale actually just because like I don't really have a good spot for it. But for now, like I didn't want to put it in storage because there's just like not really a good way to store it. But it's just this little cherub planter. He's super cute and he has a lot of space in here. So if you are a plant person, I would highly recommend buying him from my store because there is a lot of space in there and he's super cute. And then I have my little Piggly Wiggly. So I used to have one of these when I was a kid and they're so funny and so cute and they like, you know, they move around and stuff. And I'm bummed because like okay, so I found this one at the thrift store and it has the original box and everything. And I was bummed because when we first tried it, he worked and now he just doesn't anymore. So I don't know, but he's super cute and I kind of just stuff him here. This has kind of become like where the toys go, I guess. So he lives there. And then I also have my little Stan the Man from the Stanley Hotel. My boyfriend surprised me with this when we stayed there and he's honestly like just the best souvenir ever. So he lives above the horror movies because it just suits him. Yeah, so that's that shelf. And then the very bottom shelf here, I'll move Pongo out of the way, is just VHS. So this is like all the Disney collection pretty much, the ones that are in these like puffy packages. That's pretty much all this is. I have just like all the classics. Move this out the way. I have just like a bunch of the classics, you know, like all the princess movies, Bambi, 101 Dalmatians, Lady and the Tramp. I have like some Scooby-Doo movies in here too, and Mary Poppins, Willy Wonka, all that kind of stuff. So that's where all of these live. I think they just look better when they're all together, so I keep them all on the same shelf. And then I also have these little Ren and Stimpy toys. I thrifted these a while ago too. He's wearing the little Muddy Mud Skipper shirt in this one, and then he's wearing the Powdered Toast Man shirt, and they are just so cute and they fit nice in this little corner here. I have this little white mink scarf dude whose face is slightly falling off. So I just set him up here. They don't really get in the way because I'm not like using these every day, you know? Just some random stuff for the Switch sits up there, and some Switch games and stuff are tucked right in there as well. So that's where those live. Where you get into like my dining room, so kind of right on the edge here with, I don't know what this is called, like it's like a little archway, I guess. So right here I have this blue macrame holder and I literally keep all my Munchie cheese in here. They're so freaking cute. Like they're like just all live together. They're so freaking cute. I can't. Two little ones. This guy, I was lucky and found him at the thrift store. He's the little panda version. He's got like a little like sun bleach on his head, but he's still adorable. And then this little pink girl, I won her in an eBay auction, and so they're so cute. This one, he's not a munchie, he's a, what is he called? I think they're called like roly-poly-olies or roly-polies or something, where he like goes, he'll like tuck into his ball or whatever. This one, I believe was my mom's. Maybe it was mine when I was really young, but I think it was hers first. But he's just super cute. So we've had him for a really long time. I love this, definitely my mom's. Super old one, super cute. I mean, yeah, I'm a sucker for the pink ones too. Her name is Felicia. So this pair are super old. I don't even know when these would be from, but I thrifted these guys together and they're like low-key ugly, but like also so cute, you know what I mean? I have my little disco ball. This thing is super beat up and also super old. I found it on the curb by my house when I was like 13, 14, and she's still here. So once in a while the sun hits her right and it's a good time in here, but for the most part, she's decor. So let's talk about main things in the living room. First off, my rug. So let me show you it. This is my rug. I freaking love this rug. Obviously I'm a big fan of The Shining, hence like we stay at the Stanley Hotel and things like that. I also have a tattoo for The Shining. 237, if you can see it. And so I knew I wanted The Shining rug, and I could not find it anywhere. Like seriously, this thing was so hard to find, and I feel like it should be a thing. I don't know if maybe there's like a copyright on it, and so like it's not really a thing. So I wish I could tell you where I got it from, but honestly I have no idea. It was literally just like a Chinese website, and there was not a lot of info, and it definitely looks a little different than I thought it would, but it's fine. I still love it. It's more of like just a matte material, if that makes sense. So it's kind of just like this. It's not like shag or anything, which I thought it was, but it's fine. It collects a lot of dog hair though. So eventually, if me and my boyfriend ever live together, I think it would be really good in like an office room or like a gaming room or something like that for him. But it's really cool, so I'm not gonna get rid of it for sure, but that's the rug. Next is my table. This is a little wicker table. It's definitely like probably an outside ideal table, but I have it in here and I like it. I think it's cool. Yeah, it like mostly fits my aesthetic, so I'm happy with it. It does have a broken leg, and so what I do is I use this really expensive phone battery pack and this coaster, and that is the perfect height for it, so I shove that under the leg. Up top here, as you can see, I have all these Polaroids and pictures and stuff in here, and I just recently started doing this, so I really want to get it like full one day, you know, when you can see more friends and things. But it has this glass overlay on top, and then it has like this little wicker like weaving underneath, and so I can put the pictures right in between. It's just a fun way to display them. Like I didn't really know what to do with them for the longest time, because like I didn't want to have one of those strings with the little clothes pins or whatever, because I thought those were kind of cheesy. But I think this is a really cool way to display them, and then I can fit other stuff too, like bigger pictures and like cards from like my birthday and stuff. And then I have this beautiful portrait of Ari that one of my best friends, Harper, painted of her, which is so darling. And so that is my tabletop. So on the second level of my table here, down here I have this little Playboy ashtray. And then I have these little coasters, which actually I had before I started doing this Polaroid idea with the table. But I don't know if they're made for Polaroids. I thrifted them, but they fit the new little Instax Polaroids perfectly. So I have a couple of these coasters with some cutie little pictures in. The only thing is these little rubber stoppers on the back get stuck to my glass table. So I kind of just keep them down here like all the time. And that's fine, that works. And then I just have like my computer right over here. So there's that. And then these are the coasters that I normally use. Actually, my neighbor upstairs had moved out, and so they left a bunch of stuff in the hallway, like free to take, and there was a whole bunch of these coasters, and I was like, heck yes. Now, the couch, my Lego couch. I love this couch so much. I found it on Facebook Marketplace actually for $50, and then I forced my mother to borrow our uncle's truck and drive further than she wanted to pick it up in a rainstorm. So she's here, she's beautiful. Yeah, I love it. It is like this like perfect like kind of Kelly green color. There we go, now you can see. And yeah, it is not the most comfortable couch, but I kind of expected that, honestly. Keep blankets on it because it's cold, especially in the winter. And it's a lot more comfortable. This is the little side table that we already talked about. And then in this corner, I have two pillows. This one, actually both of these I just thrifted. I have this one that's green, and it is like the perfect same green as the couch. And then I have this one that is this really cute little floral like shag pattern, and I love that it's orange and yellow. I think that's super cute. And this, and actually I got it at the antique store where I got like the deer skull and a couple other things out by my grandma's. I have this cute little rope hangy rainbow thing because this is a gay household, and it's also green, so it matches the couch, so it's perfect over here. That's originally from Target. I thrifted it though, but it had like the original tag on it, so maybe you can still find it if you really want one. And then I also have this little cactus that my mom got me, I think for my birthday. She hasn't grown much, but she also hasn't died, so like same. I have these cool little window film things that reflect sun, and they create little rainbows in the room. And this one is from Amazon. And actually I totally forgot to talk about the other ones I have on my main window. So that one's from Amazon. It works okay. Like, I know I don't get a lot of direct sun in this window anyway, but it's okay. But I will say that these, so one, they're a little bit more subtle on the window, but these work so good. Like, as soon as I get any kind of sunlight in here, it's Rainbow City. And these you can kind of cut up too. They're a lot more expensive, but they're also from a smaller business. So if you want to check them out, they're called Rainbow Symphony on Instagram. I'll put a link in the description. But they're super cool and the quality is great. But this one I got for like $15 for like a big roll of it on Amazon, and it works fine. Like, it's a lot smaller rainbows and it doesn't cover as much area, but it is still cool, so there's that. For these two blankets, my pink one and my green one down here, I just thrifted these both, and I just thought the pink and green looked so cute. Also, it's a lot warmer to have it on the back here, and I just like curl up in this corner usually. And then the green, I just thought was perfect because I didn't want to like take away from the fact that the couch is green, you know? So I think like the little accents and things kind of just, you know, keep with the theme and keep it all together and keep it cute, keep it green. This corner, this pillow I thrifted along with that green crochet pillow, and it's just, you know, a little old school crochet moment. And then this one, I think I actually thrifted this as well. It's like a little fur pillow, and I kind of wish it was a different color, but I'm happy that it's like a dark color because I think it fits just fine. And yeah, those two live in that corner. My side table here is super cool. It used to be a lamp, as you can see here, but the lamp part stopped working. So now it's just a table, which is fine. But it actually is a spine, and I wish I could remember, but I think it's a pig spine, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, so that's dope. The rest of the table is just pretty standard. I had to tighten it up and stuff. It was pretty beat up. So then on top of the table here, I have this little cheetah print candle. I had never seen a candle like this, and I had to grab it from Savers. I have two salt lamps. I just have so many dang salt lamps. I don't know where to put them anymore, so they're here now. And then here I have one of my most prized oddities, and it is my grandpa's dentures. So yeah, if you want to know more about that, maybe I'll make an oddities video, but that sits right here. And then I needed a lamp in this corner since that one stopped working, so I have this one. It's from like a home surplus store, like discount store or whatever. So I don't know where you can find it, but I've definitely literally seen this lamp advertised to me before, which is kind of creepy. But it is like this pink, maybe you can see it a little better. Yeah, so it's like this pink fringe, and it's this gold base and whatnot, and it's super cute. Super tall. I'll probably keep this for a really long time too, because I think it could just adapt into so many spaces so well. One last piece of furniture in the living room, and then we'll just do the gallery wall, and that is pretty much it. So last piece is this little ottoman storage chest thing. I got this at Savers, and I mean, come on, it's like zebra print. It's so freaking cool. And here I just keep like couch blankets and things in here, and I honestly, like, I do not sit on my couch unless I'm curled up in a blanket, so I love it. But starting off, I forgot above my window there that has the little rainbow bit and a little cactus in it, I have this mink scarf. So it's like 6 little mink all tied together, and this was from an antique store called Hunt and Gather over in Minneapolis. And I just kind of like draped it over like it's a little curtain, and I think that's pretty cute. I used to always wear it to the Run Fest too. But obviously, you know, there was no Renfest this year, so whatever. Is kind of a shot of my gallery wall, and I'm gonna go in piece by piece and just tell you like what things are too, because I think that'll be cool. I used to be really into framing moths and butterflies, and so I would buy them with their wings closed, and I actually learned how to pin them open and pin them into frames and things like that. So this is one that I made a long time ago, and it's a little rosy maple moth, and it is so cute, and I wish he was a little bit bigger because he's kind of hard to see, but whatever, there he is. Next to him is this 3D Jesus bust, and this thing is so rad. Like, I have a lot of like Jesus stuff. I love just like the cool like pieces that I find. They're super unique and whatnot, and this one was definitely one of those. He has real eyelashes. Like, excuse me, what? I did have to repaint him a little bit because he had like a little busted nose and like a couple other chips and stuff, but I painted his crown to kind of match some of the other green accents on the wall. But let's go down here. So this is a portrait of a friend and model friend of mine named Katrina. And this artist I worked with a few times, and then he was like, just pick out a painting. And so I was like, well, I'll take one of her because I don't want like a stranger. I'd rather have a friend of mine. So yeah, he's like a local artist, and I've had that for quite a few years. This one here, one of my favorites for sure, one of my favorite tattoo artists. He's from Milwaukee, and so usually I would see him at the tattoo convention, and this is one of his prints that he did, and yeah, I just love it. It's super cool. And then down here, this is just a little butterflies that are pressed in to this shadow box here. This, I don't even know where I got this. It's pretty modern. I usually like to buy, you know, vintage and whatnot, but I thought it was still cool, and I think I got a good deal on it, so I grabbed it. This one here, this one is vintage. I got this just from Savers or Goodwill. It's just a little shadow box with these 3 butterflies in them. This one, super exciting. This is my wisdom tooth. Yeah, fun story time about the wisdom tooth. So I still have my other 3. I just don't really know what to do with them yet. Oh my god. So I still have my other 3. I just don't know what I want to do with them yet, and I knew I wanted to keep them. And so when I went in to get my wisdom teeth removed, I was like, hey, like, can I keep my teeth afterwards? And they're like, oh yeah, sure, no problem. And so like, I was getting the procedure done, and so he started back here, and like, apparently they don't put you totally asleep anymore unless they have to. So I was just like sedated and like a little bit out of it, but I was still awake. And so when he did this one back here, I could hear like the crunch. And so I was like, oh, and I like made that sound, and he like freaked out for a minute, and he was like, did that hurt? And I was like, I don't think so. Like, I think it just sounded really alarming. And he was like, okay. And then like next thing I remember is the nurse had the 4 bloody teeth in her hand, and first of all, they're massive. Like, they're way bigger than you think they are until you see them. And so she had the 4 bloody teeth in her hand, and she just like put them in my face, and she's like, look how big. And I was like, oh shit. This is my signed picture of Tim Burton. I love Tim Burton's work. Another story time. How I got that is when I was like 12, I wrote him fan mail, and then when I was like 14 or 15, I got a response, and it was like this little like note. I don't even know if I still have the note anymore, but it was also this picture with him signed. So that's cool. Yeah. This one here, this is a drawing from a kind of friend of mine. Long story short, like, I thought we were friends, and then found out like he just wanted to date me, and then when that didn't happen, like, he got a new girlfriend, and then now we've never spoken since. But I bought this art from him. So this frame, so rad. I'm so glad that I spray painted this thing neon green because just so good. And then this art is by the artist Oliver Hubert. I hope I'm saying that right. It's Oliver like Hebert or Hubert. He's on Instagram and whatnot, but he does a lot of cool like neon pieces and trippy kind of stuff like this. And I just thought, like, you know, there's just the tiniest bit of neon green in the art, and I think that, boom, it'll just bring it out. So there's that. Next to that, I have, this is another butterfly that I framed myself. This used to be like a little clock. This beautiful print of, I was part of a little art collective in Minneapolis for a little bit, and we did a show all based around crowns. And so I made these crowns myself. And then I also made all the wardrobe, and this is me, if you didn't know. I made all the wardrobe and things, and so we did a shoot for the show. And this print is super cool. It's like on this metal slab, and yeah, it's just freaking sick. Like, look at how gorgeous it just looks. Ugh. Down below here, this is another moth that I framed as well. He has a little damage to his bottom there, but he is cool. This one here, he was in a different little frame. I don't remember where I bought him, but he was in a different frame, and then my boyfriend actually leaned back and knocked it over and broke it. So now I put it in this frame. But honestly, I think it looks a lot better than the one it was in, so whatever. Thanks, Nick. This is like one of my prized possessions. My mom got me this, I think she said from like an estate sale or something, but it is so freaking rad. It's obviously butterflies. I have a thing for butterflies. And they're pressed into this foam. It's super old. There's like some mold growing on some of them, but like, oh, how beautiful. Like, I love it. It's so unique too. Like, this is not, you know, like this is much more my vibe than this, but like I love both, so whatever. Here I have, this is like a little Target planter thing, and I just like stuffed some flowers in it, but I think I like the 3D element of it living there, so there it is. This butterfly set I got from the State Fair actually, and this one is pretty cool. It is clear on both sides, which is neat, so you could like also put it on like a tabletop or so, like a shelf or something. This one here, this is a print from a friend of mine, a local artist. They do collage art. They are super rad and I love their stuff. And this one I thought was just so neat. And so here are some really old Jesus and Mary photos. And I mean, it's just cool. Like, it's got like this cool like water damage stuff on it, and like it's just rad, like so unique. In this corner, this is like a little wooden rose plaque that my grandma had, and I just thought it was cute, so I just threw that there. This is a little Jesus on a wood plaque that I painted polka dots on because I thought it matched my wall nice. But yeah, I think that's cute. I went with obviously a blue scale theme. I wanted to keep it monochrome. Kind of behind my lamp here, this is a 3D little Virgin Mary picture, and I love like the foil details and the 3D like little flowers. It's like so like it's so like niche and kitschy. In this shadow box, this is a dead bee that I found on the sidewalk. I actually have two dead bees that I found on the sidewalk. This one is a bit bigger than the other one. You can't see him so great, but yeah, so I just picked him up and put him in there. This is a really cool frame, and this is a picture of myself because I am a narcissist. But that is that, and this is from like a Halloween shoot. It's kind of hard to see, but like I have a horn, and yeah. So there's that. And then this side of the wall, we'll start at the top. Here is one of two pink Jesus that I have. I found this out not too long ago, but a lot of crucifix like this actually have compartments in them. And so you can slide and open, and this one has a little vial of what used to probably be holy water, now it's empty, and these two little candles. So I thought that was super neat. And so check your crucifix, guys. If you guys have one, you might have some cool shit in there. I have the Jesus version that matches that little Mary one that is also super cool and 3D and weird. Those two I bought from a garage sale at a tattoo shop. And here I have this little bandana from Holy Mountain Jewelry. I love, 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 love their stuff, and I can't afford a lot from them. So I got this bandana, and like, it's just so rad, and like, I love the pink in it and stuff too. Here I have my second pink Jesus, and so he's just you know, he's Jesus, he's the man, and then pink background that actually an ex of mine painted and then I finished. But yeah, super cool, super rad. And then here is a little holographic Jesus as well. My friend Brooke got me this, and one of my friends thought that it was Obi-Wan, so that's cool. And then right on the side here, I have these two ceramic Jesus and Mary that also my friend Brooke got me. These are so rad. I love these, and they fit perfect right here, and I already had holes there, so I didn't have to do anything crazy. And then this is my shell chandelier. This guy was pretty beat up, but honestly, I love it. And then I just got this new little tiny one, and I just kind of put it there because there was already a hole, and I didn't want to make more in the wood. So there's those two. And then the very last thing to show you guys is him. So I have this guy centered right here over top before you enter my dining room. And so this I got at that antique store by my grandparents' house as well. And so yeah, it's like horns, of course, and then this is a little hoof there, and then the fur is fake fur, but honestly, who cares? It's super rad. I hope that this video was fun. I hope maybe it gave you some decor inspiration, or maybe just another little look into a part of my life. Yeah, I love my living room. It's so cozy. I love hanging out in here. I love having people here to hang out with. And yeah. My style like kind of evolved. Like I wanted to go for like super like 70s, and then like I wanted to really go for like, I wanted to look like the inside of a tattoo shop where there's just like shit hanging everywhere, which is definitely still my aesthetic, but I've just kind of bounced around, and I don't know, I just like what I like. Like there's not really a science to it, I'd say. But yeah, I hope that this was fun. I hope it was interesting. Stay tuned and make sure you subscribe if you haven't already, because one, it really helps me out, and two, then you won't miss another video from me. I post every Thursday and almost every Monday, usually about every other Monday or so. And next Thursday we will have Valentine outfits for you, so stay tuned if you want to see those cuties come around. And thanks so much for watching. Bye.